Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Friday Night Football International first Sao Paulo NFL game between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report. With Philadelphia having an injury report of A.J. Brown, Landon Dickerson, Isaiah Rogers, and Devin White. AJ Brown, he's just resting along with Landon Dickerson and most likely will play in this game. Unlike Isaiah Rogers, cornerback with a hand injury, and Devin White, linebacker with an ankle injury, who are both listed as out for this game. So, in the end, like I said, AJ Brown and Landon Dickerson are most likely just gonna play. I don't think that I think it's just resting up that they're doing, while Isaiah Rogers and Devin White are lost for this game. So I do believe that even with the loss of Isaiah Rogers, they'll be okay. But losing Devin White might be more of a hindrance to that defense than losing Isaiah Rogers. In the end, well, it could go either ways. The games always do that, and yeah, maybe we'll be seeing a very tough matchup between the Packers and Eagles. Now, moving on to the starting offense of the Philadelphia Eagles, we got Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Saquon Barkley at running back. They'll be having A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Jahan Dotson at wide receiver. The tight end will be Dallas Goddard. At left tackle, Jordan Mailata. Left guard, Landon Dickerson. Cam Jurgensen will be the center, replacing the retired Jason Kelsey. And Mackay Becton will be the right guard, and Lane Johnson the right tackle. Offensively, even though they no longer have their top center in Kelsey, they still have a very good offensive line. I think they'll be just fine. And they also got Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield as well, along with, like I said, Barkley. They got Shipley, who they drafted this year. So I don't have any issues with the run game for the Philadelphia Eagles. They also got Dotson, Smith, and Brown at receiver. Very good combination, and honestly, I think that they're not going to have that much issues, whether it be on the receiving game or the running game or even the blocking game with the offensive line. And Dallas Goddard, it's okay tight end, and I think that they'll be doing just fine with the team that they have. Now, moving on to the defense, we got edge rushers Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff. Defensive tackles will be Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Melton Williams. While at linebacker, they'll be having Devin White won't be there, so it will be Nakobe Dean and Zach Vaughn. Then you get the cornerbacks, Darius Slay and Lee Ringo, with a nickel corner in Quinyon Mitchell, with potentially some Cooper DeJean in there. You get CJ Gardner Johnson at safety along with Reed Blankenship. So, like I said, Devin White, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow when it comes to the Eagles defense. But I still think that the Eagles defense will not have that bad of a game. I still think they are a very good defense that realistically it will have some trouble with the Jordan Love led Packers, but it's not going to be enough to take down this team. And to be honest, this is going to be a tough game for the Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles. Now, moving on to the Green Bay Packers. Edgerrin Cooper, Romeo Dobbs, and Harrington Valentine, all injured linebacker, receiver, and defensive back with a hip, hand, and hamstring injury, respectively. And when it comes to them, I do not know their status yet. I most likely think they will play, unlike Tucker Kraft, Marshawn Lloyd, and Emmanuel Wilson. The tight end and the two running backs having a back, hamstring, and hip injury, all listed as out for this game. So when it comes down to it, if they don't have Dobbs, Valentine, or Cooper, I think that's going to be a very tough game for the Green Bay Packers. But even so, I still don't think that it'll hinder them too much to the point that they lose. But already having Kraft gone, Lloyd gone, and Wilson gone, that's gonna really hit the Green Bay Packers hard for this game. But I still think that even though they've got some those missing players, I still think that they've got it in them to take down the Philadelphia Eagles. Now on to the Green Bay offense. We got Jordan Love at quarterback. We got Josh Jacobs at running back. Receivers will be Jaden Daniels, Christian Watson, and Romeo Dobbs. And obviously at off tight end, we got Luke Musgrave. And then at the offensive line position, we got left tackle Rasheed Walker, left guard Elgant Elgleton Jenkins. I don't know if I said that correctly. Josh Myers at center. Sean Ryman at Ryan. I don't know. Maybe the H is silent at right guard, and Zach Tom at right tackle. Now, when it comes to this offense, like I said, having some of your offensive players like Lloyd and Tucker gone is a hindrance, but not too much of a hindrance. Because who do you got in that running back position? Josh Jacobs. And if he can be the same guy he was in Las Vegas, that's going to be a very good thing for you. And when it comes to the tight end, you got Musgrave. Musgrave can get what you need, but is it going to be enough to... Because they also got Ben Sims as well in the back, in the tight end position. And those two tight ends, I don't really think they're going to be using them as much in this game as they would have if they had Tucker. But in the end, I think that the Green Bay Packers will most likely not have a horrible offensive game, but they won't be happy with how the game ends. But it doesn't mean that they might not win this game. In the end, you might see the Green Bay Packers pull out an upset against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, moving on to the defense of the Green Bay Packers, we got defensive ends Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith. Defensive tackles, we got Kenny Clark and TJ Slayton. At linebacker, we got Isaiah McDuffie, Quay Walker, and Eric Wilson. Then we go down to defensive backs, Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes. At cornerback, Xavier McKinney at safety along with Javon Bullard. Now, when it comes down to it, I think that the Packer defense won't be as affected because obviously the players who are out are all offensive players. So I think that this defense will have a tough time against Jalen Hurts in that offense. But in the end, I think that Preston Smith, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark going at Jalen Hurts. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying Justin. Jalen Hurts. And then you get not Rashawn Gary. Quay Walker and Isaiah McDuffie ready to take on any of those running backs going into that area. And then you got the defensive backs like Stokes and Alexander and McKinney all in the back, ready to take down all those receivers that the Eagles have. It's going to be a tough game, but in the end, I do in fact believe that the Green Bay Packers, even though they might have a tough time, they won't have that bad of a game against the Philadelphia Eagles defensively. Now, in conclusion, I believe that this game will end with the Philadelphia Eagles winning 31-26. I think that this will be a game that will come down to a game-winning field goal by A.J. Brown or even, you never know, Saquon Barkley. But in the end, I think that it's going to come down to the wire. The Eagles are going to have to just pull out all stops and try and get that score. But will they have enough to get that score? That's the question. And I think that they do. They do have enough to do that. But, like I said, the Green Bay Packers, very good on their team. But so is the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be the first game in Sao Paulo. The first ever international game, regular season game in Brazil for the NFL. So it's not really going to be as be as bad as them going to London because of jet lag. But in the end, still, when it comes down to it, the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles are just going to be there neck and neck with each other. So I'm thinking, like I said, Eagles take the advantage at the end of the game, and the win goes to Philly. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas, and also tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.